Hello, welcome back to my channel. Whatever happens on Wednesday, I hope we learned from it, but I'd rather not talk about Wednesday. Let's talk about tomorrow. And tomorrow we play Liverpool. Our chances grim. Now, whatever you see on your screen right now, that is also grim. It's a big mess, but allow me to explain. We'll start with a defensive shape here. Now, Pep either plays a 4-4-2 or a 4-4-1-1, generally speaking. The reason I want a 4-4-1-1 rather than a 4-4-2 is because what Pep does with a 4-4-2 is we get the ball back, we try to go to wide areas, and we try to hold on to the ball, and we try to go up the pitch slowly. So, ball goes down here, maybe goes into midfield with Kovacic, then Kovacic will play it down in the left, and we slowly creep up the pitch. But 4-4-1-1, the idea is entirely different, because here the idea is Haaland is going to be way up the pitch, he's going to drag a defender with him, probably, and if we get the ball back, Ederson or whoever, long ball, straight into Haaland. Haaland tries to lay it off to Marmoush, and then we have runners from Savinho and from Foden trying to go forward. Haaland will also make his runs, of course, and that's the idea. It's fast counter-attacking football. Not exactly how Pep Guardiola plays, but that is what I'm hoping for. If it's not how we play, then you can already reckon we will lose. And let's be honest, Pep Guardiola is probably thinking about not choosing counter-attacks, so we will probably lose, if we're being very honest, but this is hopeful. We are trying to be hopeful, guys. Now let's talk about the attack. There is a bit more hope in that, because our attack is not completely dysfunctional yet. Now, this area here that I've highlighted is the most important area, I think, because this is where Marmoush and Foden will be rotating all game, like they did against Newcastle. Now, that rotation and this area here where Marmoush also makes his runs, because if you look at Marmoush how he makes his runs, he does something like, oh, that is not what I wanted. If you look at how Marmoush makes his runs, he curves them to go into this area. That's a very body drawn, but you get the point. He curves them to get into this area while Foden overlaps him, because that way he can go in between this area where Haaland will be marked by defenders, and he ends up being unmarked in the box. So that's not quite how he got the goal against Newcastle for his second goal, I believe, by Gundogan's assist. But it is somewhat similar, right? How he got onto that ball in this area, managed to get it into the goal with a very good shot. So that's what Marmoush will be doing again. Of course, his other two goals came from this area, but most of his runs will be coming from this area, from Marmoush, because again, that's where Foden overlaps him. And Savinho, despite playing in midfield against Real Madrid, very great tactics, it's not going to do that all game against Liverpool, I would reckon. Or at least I would hope. So, what do we have here for Lewis and Guardiola? So, we like to press forwards a lot when we attack, but Lewis and Guardiola, I've drawn this out. You might see, and this comes back to Gonzalez as well in midfield, you might see something like this. When we go forwards on the left side, so this is the ball side on the left, you might see Gonzalez stepping into the left back spot, because Rico Lewis will push up into midfield, so there will only be a back two. Let's say Gonzalez is here, you only have a back two, because Rico Lewis has pushed up. But we need a back three, so Gonzalez will drop deeper into here, Guardiola will push all the way up, and Foden will enter this half-space area again that I lined up earlier. And what we're hoping for, basically, and it is hope, because we're not very good, is one of these three players to do something brilliant, or to find Erling Haaland some way. Let's say Marmoush makes a run, a defender follows Marmoush, now Foden has a bit of space, can get a ball into Haaland. Maybe. Or Foden returns the ball to Marmoush, Marmoush can maybe cut a ball back, but there need to be people in the box. So who are going to be the people in the box? Well, far post is going to be Haaland, on the edge of the area is going to be Foden, so we need someone to make the run into the near post, and that will be Lewis, or that will be Marmoush if Guardiola has the ball. So that's why we need to get bodies up the pitch. Gonzalez is therefore going to sink into that left back spot when Guardiola pushes all the way up the pitch. That's something that we've tried to kind of do, but not to great effect with Bernardo Silva, with I believe Gundogan previously, or Kovacic. So we've tried to do that, but it hasn't worked. Now for the right back area, it's a bit simpler. right back, we simply have Husanov here on right back, and we just have the same back three, basically. We have this back three. Oh, that's the wrong thing. We have this same back three, and then we have Lewis push up. So that's a lot simpler, but as you can see here, I've pointed out, Vardiol likes to be very high up the pitch. So the problem is, you can create scenarios where you have like a back two, so to say, which is very bad for Man City. And I don't want Gonzalez to go onto the left back area when the ball is on the right, because if we have the ball on the left side, Gonzalez being on left back, he can get involved. But if he's on left back while the ball is on the right, he's not getting involved. So we need Vardiol to play a bit more defensively than he normally does for Man City when the ball is on the right. And he doesn't push up as far when the ball is on the right as he does when the ball is on the left, but he still does push up, and we need him to do that a bit less here, because otherwise Mo Salah over here, he's gonna feast on those balls that are gonna come into him from the transition, and you better believe they will be able to find him. Diaz is not the fastest, so he's not gonna close Salah down, and Husanov, well, good luck covering that distance to Husanov. So yeah, Vardiol needs to stay a bit more in position. Lewis, Savinho, this is pretty much where our crossing is going to come from, our quick play. Savinho and Lewis have played the ball off of each other very quickly in games like Chelsea, really every game they've played together this season. I could go through all the games this season where they've played together. They try to play quickly with each other. Chelsea is the best example because they did it very well, and Lewis got a few chances from that. So we will probably see that. Kovacic, he likes to drag the ball up the pitch. He can go backwards to defend, and he'll try to move the ball around the pitch. And what I think will happen is Savinho will get onto the ball, and he'll try to decide whether he should cross the ball in or whether he should move it backwards to Lewis or Kovacic. And in those moments where he tries to decide that, because I don't think he'll dribble inside too much, it will be decided by how our box looks. Now, normally, Haaland is on the far post, so we need someone on the edge of the box for shots from distance, and we need someone on the near post. And I don't think Lewis will be on the near post because, I mean, look at this distance to cover. Look at this distance to cover on a counter. That is you can't do that. So I think Lewis will actually stay back a bit more, and Kovacic will probably be on the edge of the box here, and Marmoush will run into the near post. That is what I'm thinking. So then we see something like this in midfield, which is a bit weird to look at, I suppose. Foden might step into the box, but he'll probably stay wide because Foden. What we have seen actually is not at per se with these players, but with other players, is where Foden just steps into midfield then, and we have someone who's normally a midfielder like Bernardo Silva stepping into left wing. Now Bernardo Silva is more capable of doing that, but we could do that with Kovacic. Whether that will work, that's a different question. Kovacic has a shot from distance on him, to be fair, so maybe Kovacic on the edge of the area here to pick up the loose ones, that's just fine. My hope here against Liverpool is a goal from the counter, because everything we just discussed, the most realistic option to me seems to be a goal from the counter. I just look at Liverpool right now, and they are so solid when they defend. You can't get past them at times, and Virgil van Dijk and whoever is going to play next to him, whether it's Konsa or whatever, they're going to be on Haaland. So we need to find the space around Haaland with Marmoush, with Savinho if he's into the box, Lewis, Kovacic, whoever. And that is my predicted lineup, by the way, you saw. We desperately need at least 3 goals, because we will concede probably 2. I think a goal and an assist by Salah. So my predictions then, with that said, is... I don't know. I guess my predictions would be 3-2. 3-2 to Man City. 3-2 to Man City will be my prediction with my heart. But realistically speaking, they will beat us quite a lot. So yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't already, by the way. Helps the channel out a ton. Tell me down below if you agree, disagree, yada yada. You know the drill. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.